Hi everyone. So first of all, apologies for no updates for the last couple of days. I was at a wedding and I've only just recovered. Now, while I was recovering, there has been a major hoo-ha with YouTubers and gaming and the journalist press. Now, essentially what's kind of happened here is journalists at the mainstream media, the print media as it were, and that also kind of includes websites that are dedicated really to the written word of gaming. What's kind of happened here is it's been revealed, not that this was even a secret for a lot of YouTubers anyway, that YouTubers are being and have been paid to say nice things about games. And well, frankly, probably a lot of other products as well out there, for everything from makeup right the way through to cars, speaker systems, you name it. If there are YouTubers reviewing it, there are PR companies and brands out there who will quite happily try and offer you money to say nice things about their product, or more importantly, not to say bad things about their product. It's probably closer to the truth. For starters, as I've said in the past on this channel, I'll reiterate it again here, we have never and we will never accept payment for reviews, opinions, mentions or anything else for that matter. The purity of this channel is really important. Our tagline is an honest opinion direct from the UK. That's something you can't have if you are accepting what effectively are bribes. Let's face it, if a company is turning around to you and saying, here's £100, here's £1,000, here's £10,000, please don't say negative things about our product, it's a bribe. Where things get a little bit more sticky is when we are sent products to review, but no money is changing hands, and I will always start my reviews by saying thank you to such and such company for providing this product for us to take a look at. And that's a real quick and easy way for me to relay that information to you and for you to quickly understand that this product has been given to us effectively. Now, I've been doing this for well over 20 years. I started off in print journalism, writing a weekly column for regional newspapers. So this is not a new thing to me, for me receiving products to then review, but at no point does it ever sway me to say to myself, oh, I better say nice things about this product. No, it simply doesn't work that way. Why doesn't it work that way? Well, it's quite simple actually, because there's a lot of companies out there producing practically the same products, you know? Every year there's 10 different first-person shooters, every year there's 100 different hard drives hitting the market. Ultimately, there is always a renewal kind of going on with the products that are coming through, and from a company's point of view, let me tell you, there's a lot of margin in these products, so they can afford to send out a £100 item that actually has only cost them about £10 to £15 on their books. So the kind of cash value, if you were trying to attribute to a free item provided for review, it's slightly different. From the point of view of PR companies and so on, they are usually not in a position to try and hold one over on people by saying, oh well, if we provide this product for free, then you're going to have to say nice things. Like most journalists would simply laugh in their faces, as would I. But it has raised a major issue, as it were, with trust on YouTube. Now, there are very specific rules in the UK and also in America for how people reviewing products, talking about products and so on, have to, well, notify you, the viewer, of the relationship that has kind of gone into this. So if a company pays a YouTuber for a review, for a product mention, for a product placement, the YouTuber should communicate that to you absolutely categorically, and you shouldn't be able to miss that. It shouldn't be a case of, oh, I skipped over it. It should be there present on the screen, it should be at the front of the video, and it should also be mentioned in the description as well. Make it absolutely abundantly clear, YouTubers, when you have a relationship that could sway your views. Things become a little bit more tricky, I suppose, when we see adverts either at the front of our YouTube videos or on banners displayed alongside or on an overlay on the video. Now, just so you understand how that process actually works, that is usually out of the hands of the YouTuber themselves. Now, we either work directly with Google or we work with channels which are basically like ad agencies is one way of looking at it. Now, I'm part of The Collective, and my ad agency, The Collective, which also provide back-end support as well, helping to manage my copyright side of the work to protect my stuff from being copied and spread by other YouTubers without proper credit. Now, part of the way this kind of works is they have companies they speak to, companies who advertise on their YouTube channels. And essentially, I have no editorial control whatsoever over those adverts. I don't even know who my advertising team is. I've never spoken to anyone in the advertising team. Essentially, there's a firewall between us. So they do their thing. They go out there, they talk to Microsoft and Samsung and EA and all of these big companies, and they gain ad inventory to push across their YouTube channels. From my perspective, I don't know which adverts are going to display on which videos at which point in time, because the way the advertising works is it's down to you, the viewer, and what you have engaged with yourself. So if, for instance, you've liked a substantial number of Samsung videos, you may very well see Samsung adverts on my videos when you watch them. It's not me taking any kind of direct money or payment in any way from Samsung where there is any kind of one-to-one relationship. The relationship that Samsung has is with my ad agency, and I have no communication with my ad agency. It's as simple as that. And that's how we can essentially say we're not being paid for the reviews we're doing. If Samsung doesn't want to advertise on my channel, that's between them and the ad agency. It has nothing to do with me, and it certainly wouldn't influence the things I say about Samsung's quality assurance these days. So that's just a little peek behind the curtain, as it were, as to how we kind of handle those relationships with companies. If we're provided a product for free to take a look at, to review, to add an opinion on, we always say thank you to that company for providing the product for us to take a look at. We never accept payment for reviews, payment for opinion, or payment not to say bad things about certain products or companies. Our advertising is firewalled away from us from an editorial point of view. We have no communication with the advertising guys, they have no communication with us, and any deals they do with corporate partners, etc. for advertising has no bearing whatsoever on the editorial work we do here. Simple as that, really. So just bear in mind, YouTube is a bit of a wild west. The rules that are supposed to be enforced within individual countries to prevent these kind of, well, issues from occurring are not always being enforced hard and fast by YouTubers. So it's something to look out for. Are they telling you when they are having these relationships and how those relationships operate? If they're not, then do take their reviews, their opinion pieces with a pinch of salt. Simple as that, really. So what do you think? Has this all been blown out of proportion by the media? Or do you think this is a really big issue that is only going to get worse for YouTubers and for viewers as well? Do let me know in the comments. Do please subscribe if you're not already, and do please throw a like on this video.